89% of business leaders say AI is a top priority. The right choice is crucial, which is why teams at 1/3 of Fortune 500 companies use Grammarly. Grammarly is the right AI assistant for your team. With top-tier security credentials and 15 years of experience in responsible AI, Grammarly is how companies like yours increase productivity while keeping data protected and private. See why 70,000 teams trust Grammarly at grammarly.com/enterprise.
Welcome to the podcast. If you'd like to listen to an ad-free version of this episode and all of our episodes, then search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. That's our premium channel where all of our ad-free and advanced episodes live, all in one place. True Crime Today Premium Plus. Search it on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. Even try it for 3 days free.
Sometimes the safest place is the most dangerous. You're tuned in to Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi, featuring psychotherapist and author Shavaun Scott.
Luigi Mangione. This, of course, the man that has been charged with the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on December 4th of 2024. It's, he's the accused. He's been charged. There's still going to be a trial, hopefully, at some point, unless that changes. But this is something where it's pretty obvious it's him. He was in the videos. It's him. And he's been vitriolic as well as he's gone in and been charged. Shavaun Scott joining me to discuss all of this. We're still fairly at the early stages of learning about Luigi Mangione. We heard some comments recently from his mom, and I'm paraphrasing something to the effect of, yeah, I could see him doing that, or I wouldn't be surprised. It was in that vein. Let's start there. A family that, they've been looking for him for a little while, too. He was kind of out on his own and seemed to be a loose cannon. Thoughts on where that must have been like for that family?
Yeah, he fits the profile of somebody who's kind of an ideologically driven political assassin. He was willing to sacrifice his life for his cause. And these guys often become radicalized online. They get into a philosophy, and in his case, based upon his writings, he was very anti-corporate America. And my guess is as he became more and more, if you want to use the word radicalized, he distanced from his family. I read or listened to one interview with someone who had known him very well. They were friends, and he said, well, he just said that his views were very different from his family's views. And so my guess is as he was becoming more immersed in violent plans, he just kept his distance from family.
How does this come on with somebody? I mean, the kind of level, I know we're talking about, you get surrounded by certain things online, other people, that's certainly a way of being influenced. But how do you get to the mindset where you can be influenced by this sort of, these sort of extreme ways of thinking? Is it ideological, where it's like these are the wrongs in the world, and I think that's a lot of people can look at some of these things and go, yeah, that system is broken, yeah, this is broken, but then to take the step of I'm going to go be the savior here, and I'm going to go do this and do that, is that a mental illness? Is that a personality disorder, or is that just his personality? And there's really nothing wrong with him. It's just how he works.
Yeah, I think to become, in his mind, probably a soldier of righteousness. He's doing the country a favor. This is something that probably gradually develops over time. We know that he was reading all about the Unabomber and admired him, and that was a similar kind of person, ideologically driven, thought he was doing good, and so it evolves. But yes. There's again the narcissist word, because I am special and I can make a difference and I can change society, which in fact, kill one CEO, you're not changing United Healthcare. You're not changing any of the other healthcare countries. There are better ways to go about it. Yeah. And, so again, there was an element of look at me, look what I can do, and feeling very important. And so that's probably a pre-existing personality trait.
The fervor for this man has been really I don't know, interesting, shocking. I don't know if I'm shocked. I don't know what to think other than disturbed of like, okay, this is a sign of a really unhealthy society. If we're all like, or many people are looking at him like a Robin Hood type character. He's not.
Yeah.
But to have that much support for someone who really, I mean, did a horrible thing. That's not normal. That's not healthy. When this comes to trial, eventually, I mean, I'm wondering if the guy could end up going free. If you're going to have a jury or one member of the jury that's going to go, no, I don't. Yes, he did it, but I'm not going to convict him. I mean, how much concern do you have for that? Are you surprised that this vitriol on him, it hasn't been going down? It feels like it's been at least consistent or gone up.
Yeah, I monitor social media pretty closely, and I'd say 9 out of 10 people are supporting him and say they have tremendous empathy for him and have the little memes going around with him as a saint. And I think it's tapping into the collective frustration and anger people have about the healthcare problems in this country, either not having health insurance at all, having things denied, going into bankruptcy over healthcare debt. And people have been simmering on this for decades and are so frustrated because our political system is so polarized. We don't seem to be able to come up with any workable solutions for people. And so this is just, he's become this icon in a way that is very dark. And as I've been, in responding to the occasional thing I bother to respond to online, it's how do we decide the hit list? How do we decide? Are we going to take out the CEO of Nestle's because they produce junk food that gives people illnesses and kills people? Are we going to take out the CEO of alcohol companies because we have so many people killed in DUIs and from cirrhosis? I mean, the social contagion potential here, because people copycat, is really, terrifying. I don't have any doubt we're going to see more murders because of this. And I wish people would open their eyes a bit and realize, we do have anger. We do need to make social change. This is not the way to do it. And Luigi is not a hero.
Welcome to the podcast. If you'd like to listen to an ad-free version of this episode and all of our episodes, then search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. That's our premium channel where all of our ad-free and advanced episodes live, all in one place. True Crime Today Premium Plus. Search it on Apple Podcasts and press subscribe. Even try it for 3 days free.
You're neck deep in a dark, twisted tale, and just as the tension peaks, bam, a commercial about some miracle diet pill breaks the spell. It's like finding a fly in your soup after the first bite. But here's the fix. True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. You get to enjoy your crime stories without the junk, ad-free episodes, extended interviews that go beyond the surface, and early access to all the gruesome details. It's like swapping out a can of cheap beer for a glass of fine whiskey. So search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and keep the darkness flowing uninterrupted.